The itinerary trap. Why overplanning can ruin your trip. Everyone keeps asking, how do I plan my trips without feeling stuck to a schedule? Here's the truth about overplanning. It can ruin your trip. We've all been there. Staring at a color-coded spreadsheet, stressing about making every minute count. But here's a secret. Sometimes, the best travel moments are the unplanned ones. Imagine this. You're in Italy, rushing from one historical landmark to the next. You're so focused on checking things off your list that you miss the charming little cafe tucked away on a side street, the one with the mouth-watering smells and locals chatting over espresso. That's the magic you miss when you're a slave to the itinerary. Overplanning can turn your trip into a forced march. Instead of enjoying the journey, you become fixated on the destination. Remember, it's about experiencing a new place, not conquering it. Missing the magic when schedules overshadow experiences. We all want to make the most of our vacations, but cramming too much into one trip can actually have the opposite effect. Imagine this. You're on a whirlwind tour of Europe. You're seeing all the famous sights, but you're exhausted. You're snapping photos without truly seeing the beauty in front of you. You're so busy rushing to the next destination that you don't have time to savor the moment. That's not a vacation, that's a chore. Think about the best meals you've had while traveling. Were they always at the Michelin-starred restaurants you booked months in advance? Or were some of them at that hole-in-the-wall place you stumbled upon with the locals lining up outside? Sometimes the most memorable experiences are the ones you least expect. A sunset story, or how I learned to stop worrying and love spontaneity. Picture this, I'm in Santorini, Greece, racing to catch the sunset from the famous Oia village. I'm weaving through crowds, dodging selfie sticks, stressed about getting the perfect view. And then I trip, right there on the cobblestone street. As I dust myself off, I realize something, I'm missing the whole point. Instead of frantically chasing the sunset, I should be enjoying the journey. So I find a quiet spot, away from the crowds, and watch as the sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colors. It was breathtaking. That's when it hit me. Sometimes the best way to experience a place is to simply wander and see where the day takes you. Embrace the unexpected detours. Those are often the moments you'll remember long after you've returned home. The sweet spot. Finding the right balance between structure and freedom. Now, I'm not saying you should throw your itinerary out the window entirely. A little planning is essential, especially when traveling to unfamiliar destinations. Book your flights and accommodation in advance. Do some research on must-see attractions and local customs. But once you're there, loosen the reins a bit. Leave room for spontaneity. Talk to locals and fellow travelers. Let their recommendations guide you. Don't be afraid to deviate from your planned route if something piques your interest. Remember, it's your vacation. You're supposed to be relaxing and enjoying yourself. Don't let a rigid schedule steal the joy of discovery. Embrace the unexpected tips for more flexible travel. So, how do you strike that perfect balance? Here are a few tips. First, prioritize. Instead of trying to see everything, choose a few key experiences you don't want to miss. Then, build flexibility into your schedule for exploring at your own pace. Second, ditch the FOMO. Accept that you can't see and do everything. Embrace the fear of missing out and focus on being present in the moment. Third, talk to the locals. Locals are a goldmine of information. Ask for recommendations on hidden gems, local eateries, and off-the-beaten-path adventures. And finally, be open to change. Weather happens, flights get delayed, and sometimes you just stumble upon something amazing that wasn't on your radar. Embrace the unexpected. Remember, the goal is to create a trip that feels both fulfilling and flexible, one that allows you to experience the joy of discovery and create lasting memories. Share your story. Join the conversation on spontaneous travel. Have you ever had a travel experience that was enhanced by a spontaneous decision? We want to hear about it. Share your stories and tips for embracing flexibility on the road in the comments below.
Think you can like this video with your nose while you're stuck in that itinerary? Go on, try it. It's easier than skipping out on your plan for some adventure.